so good. Reunited 'cause it's understood. There's one perfect wish. I don't know all the words to this. We both are so excited 'cause we're reunited. Hey, hey. I did know some of the words. This is our TKD Johnson. Logan's here. Solidus soap. Jeff is back. Peterson. Colton's here. Homosexual Sasuke. Moonshine Girl. Charizard Kid. Brian's back. Shirokage's in. Faded Bank. Tim Doherty's here. Tyson Archon. Jamie's here. Randall Logan. Ordinary Winter. Zozus? New York Red Bulls. Dab and Dab. Michael Katz is back. Dr. Rorick. Nina. Thomas. PC Format. The gang's all here. What the hell's going on with Susan? Why? I'm suspicious. Why is she sending out notifications? When does the other shoe drop on my head, Susan? Arthur says, your mother. Oh, who do you want to? You can be quarantined with my mother. She's downstairs. She won't even know she's quarantined with you. We have to remind her every 5 minutes that there's a pandemic. Because she's, I'm gonna go take a walk, and and it's like, no, you're not. Why not? Because there's a virus out there, Ma. You can't go out. There is? I didn't know that. Yes, you did. We just told you that. No, you didn't. This is the conversation. Yeah, Arthur. It's like she has no idea. She'll be happy to be quarantined. Well, as you can tell, Valkyrie and Steel, he says, does this mean real people or anime characters? You saw the thumbnail pic. You know who I want to be quarantined with. Take your selection of any of them. Well, I shouldn't say any of them because Akino's not on my... Not Akino. Akino. It's not on my waifu list. No, she's only at the top of it. Kaneko is not necessarily on my waifu list. She's one of my favorite characters. Just not waifu-ish. Too young looking for me. Other than that, I think everybody on there counts. Bulma, she can make the cure in her underwear, Slick Rob says. That's true. We need a little Bulma brilliance around here now. But the main reason for that topic, that topic today was because I really wanted to go out there and collect the pictures needed to make that thumbnail. But I'm sure you guys were well aware of that. Phantospark makes good points. Tsunade, she can heal me if I do get the sick, and she drinks, among other reasons. 2 specific ones that we can think of. Being quarantined with Pink Guy would definitely not be boring. No, it wouldn't, Taz. I'm not sure after a few hours what your house would look like, but it would definitely not be boring. Sakura? Yeah, I'm not... Would she be useless in a quarantine situation as well? Is Wolverine here yet? I haven't seen him. He will be in here to protect Sakura. Quarantine with anime titties or Mr. X? Let me think. Anime titties. Blood Saint says, honestly, I'd love to be quarantined with Faye from Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, not a bad call there. Yeah, Faye was hot. Faye was seriously hot. Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. Jamie says, it's kind of boring living alone when you're quarantined. Yeah, gotta be. Again, I guess the thing is, as I said, at least, and I know it's a very minor at least something like this happening in our current situation, in our current state of affairs here in the world, would be much better than like when I was a kid or something. Can you, again, I said the other day, can you imagine this quarantine going on when the full expanse of your entertainment options was 3 channels on TV, and they went off the air every night? And those were the old days. You guys, Spike and Jack, good call, Jamie. In the old days, not only did you only have the 3 channels, but they weren't 24/7. It was usually midnight, 1 a.m. around there. They'd go off the air. And if you stayed up late to watch like Johnny Carson or something like that, it would get over, and then the announcer would come on and say, whatever, WNYT TV has finished its broadcasting day, blah, 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 and they would play the national anthem and go into white noise. Omega says Hinata. You probably guessed that from me. Yeah, I was going to say that one's not a shocker. Not a bad call either. Yeah. Rowan says, I'm sure Curtis would love to be quarantined with Kabuto. Yeah, because that'd finally be my opportunity to kill him, and I'm glad you're here, Rowan. We've been wondering about you. We've been talking about you. I'm glad everything's okay and you're able to be here. But yes, that would be the perfect opportunity to stab that bitch. And same here, Arthur. Shao Tucker, they'd never find the body. Same thing. Kabuto, Shao Tucker. Yeah, it's gonna be stabby time. No doubt about it. Watching some old cassette tapes, Poppy says, "Oh hell, that was back to the days, Poppy, of 8 tracks. We weren't even to cassette yet. It was 8-track tapes." Thomas the Terminator says the reason everyone's freaking about COVID is because one person can infect up to 15 people. Most viruses can only infect 1-2 people from one person. Well, and it's not even the sheer numbers. It's just that it's so contagious. That's the reason that one can affect so many. You get your droplets on whatever, the counter at your local store, and then everybody else goes in touching that counter. And remember, guys, the big thing is, yes, that leaves you open to infection, but that's why it's so important to not touch your face in those situations. Don't touch your face until you get home. Can scrub the shit out of your hands and hopefully mitigate any chance of getting the disease. Slick Rob says, I have a cough. Can you take me behind the barn and tell me about the rabbits, Curtis? Oh, Slick Rob. Well, that's the thing, too. And it makes people, and this is legit. This isn't, a paranoia or anything. Now people got to wonder, because it's still the tail end of cold and flu season. And besides that, you can get a cold or the flu, for that matter, any time of year. It's just less likely in the summer. But now you got to wonder every time you do have a cough or something like that. It's like, oh, God damn it. where are these symptoms going to go exactly? So, yeah, it sucks. Brian says, freaked someone out today at Best Buy with my allergies. Oh, poor kid. Behind the register had an impromptu anxiety attack. Yeah. And, it's all you can do is laugh about it because, again, it's going to happen. Like you say, Brian, there's still people that have allergies. There's people that just have... Hell, I cough often, and it's simply because of the amount of blathering on I do all day between, making videos, doing the live streams, all that stuff, and then normal conversation. I talk a lot. And if I don't remember, which I don't a lot of the time, to keep drinking, my throat just gets, excuse me, really raw, and I start coughing. But now you do that, and people are like, get the fuck out of my store. Oh, and, Wolverine, we were just talking about you. He says I'd be quarantined with Sakura, a good goosh partner. She came up earlier, and I said, wait till Wolverine gets in here. He'll be standing up for her. Gimster says it feels weird being back at work. All the people from out of town are basically banned, and there's a skeleton crew, and it's only small work being done. Now Gimster's out in the boonies up in Canada, but yeah, now the borders are closed down between the U.S. and Canada and everything, and understandable. I mean, everybody's doing the right things. Everybody should be, closing their borders. Let's get this under control. M says things are getting weird. Your dad's a cop? I didn't know that. He works 12 hours on, 12 off now. Lots of calls. People are trying to maim each other over shit like bottled water. This is the folly, the ridiculousness, just the putrid sense of humanity sometimes. And again, like M says, over what? Bottled fucking water? Toilet paper? Are you fucking kidding me? No, none of the nation's water supplies have been tainted. The vast majority of this country, the tap water may not taste all that delicious, but it's fine to drink. There's no... And people, like M says, people are willing to fight over it and then take it a step further, and they're willing to involve police officers and stuff into situations that are completely unnecessary because they're selfish assholes. Speaking of selfish assholes, I finally got some toilet paper today. It was getting serious in my house. I had been fortunate enough I'd been able to get some tissues when I'd been out, so we had a backup, but I was coming home, I had to run out somewhere early, and I was coming back home, and the Dollar General across the street from me, the one I told you guys, it's right next to the train over here. I was going by, and I see they had a truck pulled up, one of their delivery trucks. So I whipped around in a driveway, went in, and sure enough, they were just getting in toilet paper. So the giant ass will get wiped properly. I know that you guys were worried about that. Minus Flint. Yeah, Dab and Dab. Well, that's what I'm saying. The vast majority of of water supply systems in the country are perfectly safe to drink. Let's see. Peter says, just finished Goose-tastic Podcast 12. When you talk about breaking your toe, I always thought you broke the bone, but hell, breaking off the whole thing, it was nuts, Peter. It really was. It was crazy. Just one of those. And again, like I said in the story, one of those freak things. If Tom hadn't been out that day, it would have never happened, because my sneaker would have been on and the toe wouldn't have posted up into the mat and gotten twisted off. I just came back from town earlier today, Chrome says. Place was dead. Most food places and some stores are shut, but are doing deliveries. Also, a girl from my work's kid has it, so they're quarantined. Oh, that sucks. The good thing is, the vast, huge majority of people are just going to, as we said, get sick and then get better. It's just a matter of keeping the numbers down now so that those who aren't going to be able to just sit and get better hopefully don't get it. I'm convinced that people made this into a pandemic. Arthur, I don't think it's been managed entirely well from the start. I do think that governments have been doing the best that they can, where they had to make snap decisions. With what we know about it now, I must admit it seems like it would have made more sense to just strictly isolate high-risk people and let everyone else go on about their business, only because that way you can start to build the herd immunity. No? Does anybody agree, or is that a bad idea? Because, again, the vast majority of us, if we get it, it is going to be similar to the cold or a flu. You're going to get sick for a little while, and then you'll get better. So I don't know that we went about it right from that perspective, but that's not a slam dunk either. Who knows if that way is correct at all. But that's what I was thinking from the start. It just seems like absolutely isolate. Everybody needs to help out and be there for the people, the elderly, people with existing conditions. Do whatever you need to do to keep them out of harm's way and let everything else go on. But maybe not. No, I mean the citizens, people want to panic. Oh, there's some degree of that. Absolutely, Arthur. Absolutely. Unfortunately. But we see that all the time. You're 100% right. On social media, and people that, look at the people that want to turn any molehill into a mountain. Everything has to be a big deal. And some people just really want the attention. No, I agree with you completely. Lude says, with all the virus business, people keep asking whether I'm an introvert or extrovert to know how safe I am. Your boy is a pervert. Where does that leave me? Yeah, where does that leave all of us? I guess it depends on what stage of perversion we're at right now, Lude. Are we at the stay at home and the digital perversion is adequate? Or is it the, want to sit down in the bus station and do that at the women? So I guess it depends. Yeah, Thomas says this is why Japan has bidets. That's the thing, man. I wish that was one multicultural thing from other parts of the world that we had adopted here in the U.S. now, is the goddamn bidets. That would have saved me having to swing around in a parking lot just to scrounge up a little bit of toilet paper. Chrome says, for anime character we'd most like to be quarantined with, then Sakura Kinomoto, magical girl who can summon a sweets fairy, and entertainment, or Philosophite. Let's see how unstable she'd get. M says bidets are just better in general anyway. Yeah, more sanitary for sure, M. Definitely more sanitary. Nuke everyone, problem solved, Wolverine. Wolverine's like, let's just get down to brass tacks. Let's just eliminate the issues. And by issues, we mean people. Uh, Cheyenne says, I'm taking the toilet paper left here in the Georgetown University restrooms. Yes, Spaz Kid just got word today, because as I've told you guys, he's an RA at his college. But they're saying, yeah, don't come back to campus, because they've already shut down in-person classes for the rest of the semester. They went to all online learning. But he was an RA, so he was still going to have to go back, because there still were some kids there. But now they want to get the entire college, the entire campus shut down. So they're working with the biggest problem, of course, is the international kids. So they're working with them, trying to get everybody to get home, because they just want it shut down for the rest of the semester. So Spaz Kid will be home with the old man for a while now. Tim says, finally made it to a live stream. Glad you're here, pal. I'm doing good. I would choose the platelets. It's because they're freaking adorable. That's all, I swear, officer. And that's the thing. And it is, you almost have to, it's funny in watching anime. That's why you have to be specific about, with the female characters, why you like them. Because some of them, I mean, there's plenty of characters that, oh my gosh, why is your name going out of my head? Oh God, I hate when I do this. I keep thinking it's going to come back to me. Demon Slayer, the little sister, our demon. Why is her name gone? One of my favorite characters, but she's an example of a character that's adorable, sweet, cute, but not for me, not waifu list at all, but really, really cute. Glenn said something. There it is. My mom snapped at me today for using antibacterial hand soap instead of hand sanitizer. Like, how ridiculous is the paranoia? And they're saying, and Glenn, they're saying the antibacterial soap is the shits. That's what you're supposed to be using. That's absolutely, again, I'm no scientist. I just know what I've been reading. That's absolutely preferable. Yeah, Glenn. It is Nezuko. Thank you, guys. Yes, Nezuko. Well, you guys know me in names. But, yeah, Nezuko's a good example. I think she's adorable. I think she's beautiful. But she'll never make it to my waifu list, just because, again, she's just got that too much of a kid look to me. Omega says, my neighbor is an older woman and doesn't have any family in town, so I volunteered to do her errands until this blows over. Oh, that's cool of you. Yeah, I mean, that's what we've been doing too. I called my wife's aunt and uncle who live a community over, and I was asking them, what exactly are you guys doing? You don't really need to be out anymore. And you know how older people get sometimes too. And immediately it's like, well, yeah, but we're not ready to self-isolate yet. And it's like, but you should be. There's no yet to it. You're both over 80 years old. There's no reason for you to be out. I'm telling you, if you need groceries, if you need whatever, I'll go get them. But you know how stubborn the old people can be. Oink Trinolf says, I don't know who the guy in the Goosh Goosh clip is, but I'm sure I would enjoy being quarantined with him. He does seem like a party, doesn't he? I don't know what his name is. He's from Tokyo Tribe too, but I don't know his name. But you're right. He absolutely seems like a party. Yeah, Shirokage. Well put. And Nezuko is only meant for cuddles and head pats, nothing else. Jesus Christ, Alex. That's actually pretty good. There was an old lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, her uterus fell out. Damn it. I'm so easily amused. I love shit like that. Bobby Baker says, I'm just going to pretend anime equals real life. No pretend there, bro. It's real as far as I'm concerned. That's what they say about wrestling. It's still real to me, damn it. Anime is still real to me. Igor says, I'm scared because of this virus. I don't know, but I couldn't even sleep last night. I kept imagining, what if this virus will affect the world permanently, and I scared myself again. Thanks, brain. I think we'll be okay, Igor. I mean, it's only, and again, that's not to be overly optimistic, but we have to remember, it is just another strain of a long existing virus. So I'm thinking we'll get medications for it. Hopefully it sounds very promising that they might even be able to come up with an immunization for it. So I think we'll be okay. It's going to be a while before they get through all the testing. It's going to be months and months. But I think we'll get through this, and eventually this will just be a bad memory for all of us having to go through all this as far as with coronavirus anyway. I think we'll be okay. I mean, other than, obviously, the high-risk people. Jacob says, I almost got stabbed at Walmart because I had a coughing fit. People were looking at me like they were going to bring out the fucking hazmat suit. Yeah. And again, people get overreacting. You still have to realize that there are 1,000,001 different reasons that somebody coughs. It doesn't have to be goddamn coronavirus, especially, again, for us here, in the Northeast or any place where you have the big seasonal change. We're right in the midst of it now. The spring season coming on, a lot of people are going to be battling allergies right now. Let's see. Arthur says, is it wrong to F an underage part of your own body? Whoa. That's a good question. Okay, I need help on this one, you guys. Arthur says, is it wrong to F an underage part of your own body? How old is the part doing the effing? I think that's what we need to know. If they're both underage or all underage, all parts of the body involved, I would say no. If somehow you've got some body parts that are like 23 and others that are 12, we might have a problem there. Good point, Simon. Is it wrong to F yourself? Ask Zamasu. It's a squid says, yeah, no, COVID-19 terrifies me. My lungs are already screwed. I'm dead if I catch it. Yeah, I get that. I mean, if you have serious breathing issues, serious issues with your lungs at all or with your immune system, it is absolutely terrifying. I hope it's a squid. You're in a position where, you've got a support system of people that can just keep you home, just keep you away from it and inside. Absolutely. That's why, for me, I after the stream, as a matter of fact, today, I can't stream an awful long time because we got a while yet. I mean, don't worry. But I've got to go out and I've got to make another run to the store because they're out of so many things when I went the other day. And I'm just trying to stock up so we can just stay put for a little while. And so just getting everything that we might need, grab the stuff that isn't just picked clean. We'll get a little extra deodorant, sticks, toothpaste, anything like that we're going to need for a while so we don't have to keep going out because, we're just used to, like everybody else is, you don't worry about if you're running out of this, running out of that. When it's gone, you'll just go grab another one. Well, I'm trying to get out of that line of thinking and get some stuff ahead so we can just stay put. So that's going to be my chore for this afternoon. Oh, but what I was starting to say is I'm the only one who leaves the house. My wife has asthma. Of course, my mother's 83. And Brax would probably be fine, but he does have allergies. So it's like, listen, I'll just do all the errands. As soon as I come back in, I scrub the shit out of my hands, and I'm trying to keep them from getting anything. Igor says, illegal? Nope. Weird as fuck. Yep. the effing part of your body that is underage. Okay, let's see. The dragon misheard. I said T virus, not corona. Brian says, imagine how much homework you'd have. Ash says, if you isolated with Chi-Chi, yeah, she'd be a pain right in the ass. Or how pissed Vegeta would be if isolated with Bulma. For that reason, I choose Android 18. I reckon I could take Krillin. I think that's your best shot, Ash. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, Chi-Chi just seems like... And don't get me wrong, I don't mind her as a character. But am I the only one? Doesn't she seem like she would be annoying, though? She just... a lot of nagging, a lot of screeching. Straga, the Bleach anime returns in 2021. It's official. Yeah, that's what everybody's been telling me, Straga. I heard. That's cool. So just about the time not too long after I finish it, we'll finish what's available now. We'll be able to actually finish it. Wolverine, incest is wincest with twincest. Goosh fest. Oh, our water ground, yeah. He says, Curtis, Albedo is my quarantine waifu. Albedo, she's a next level one for me too. She's in that extreme upper tier. There's just something about her. between the look and that the time she attacked Ainz, she was gonna rape Ainz. That was one of the best ever. uh, Fun fact: I don't think I've ever heard Goku say the name Chi Chi. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, I don't. I think he did though, didn't he? No, I'm not sure. I thought he did in the OG. I don't remember. All I know is she just seems like she would annoy me. She, again, just a lot of screeching and a lot of nagging from Chi Chi. Jamie says, not excited for the Bleach return. It covers the remainder of the manga, and I gotta say the ending was weak. That's all I'll say. A lot of people have said that though. Jamie, I've heard similar from people who read the manga. That's too bad. Who knows? Maybe they'll make enough. You know, there's always the possibility the anime could correct some of that as well, though. Rowan says, what I'm worried about is that even with them finding a cure or vaccination or something, the country who's going to find it will probably monopolize it, will demand lots of money for it. I think it depends on which country, Rowan. I honestly don't think that'll happen in a majority of countries. It seems like, if you believe what they're saying, it seems like Israel is on the leading edge of coming up with a potential vaccine. They think they are anyway, and I don't think they would do that. Certainly America wouldn't do it. I don't agree. I don't think, unless it came from a nation like Iran or someone who is right now being shunned by the rest of the world and and are having actions taken against them by the rest of the world. I don't think that would be the case. I think basic decency, that it would be shared, even if it was China, even if it was Russia. I do believe they would share. I could be wrong, but I think they would. Omega says, thankfully my neighbor isn't too stubborn. That's good. It's good when you get older people and they can understand. Listen, we're not saying you're feeble. We're not saying you can't do for yourself. We're saying this thing will attack you and it may kill you. So why not let somebody help you out? It's good when they Vegeta, not Goku. Okay, I got you, Brian. It's good when they come to that realization. Eve says apparently McDonald's is going to spray all their food with coronavirus preventing chemical. Side effects include brain damage. Well, they're saying that as far as they know right now, it doesn't transport on foods. That's the last I read anyway. Maya says, doubt most countries will price gouge the vaccine, considering most nations will make more money with the return of steady trade than selling the vaccine. Yes. Yeah, I agree, Mas. I think there's a handful of nations at best who would gouge or try and keep a vaccine for themselves or keep it a secret. And of those countries, I don't think any of them are likely candidates to come up with the solution. So I think we'll be okay there. But hopefully, hey, let's hope Israel is right. Israel seems to think they're really onto a vaccine. Again, it's got a long way to go in testing and everything, but they feel really confident about it. Water says, Rios is probably my second quarantine waifu. Yeah, see, oh man, the order would be tough for me because, again, I love Albedo. Absolutely adore Saris. Love Akano. Everybody on that thumbnail pretty much. Yeah, I don't know how I'd put them in a proper order. Let's see. Funny story. The only reason the truck drivers that delivered to my store got even hand wipes was because they threatened the office guy, saying he'll be the first to die if drivers get it. Yeah, and people are such fuck nuts. And what I try to do too, and listen, I'm not a rich guy by any means, but you do feel for people who, like in fast food or working in markets or truck drivers, or the people that are going to be on the front lines of this, and we need them to be doing their jobs, so that we can eat, so that we can do whatever it is we need to do to survive. So I've gotten to where I leave tips everywhere now, because especially with, again, supermarket workers, fast food people, they're not making a ton of money to begin with. So if earlier I went out, because again, I'm trying to eat right because I'm playing baseball again. Well, if the season comes off, but playing baseball again, I'm eating right, exercising. And one of the things I get that actually does well for me is Egg McMuffins without the cheese. Because Canadian bacon is lean. The eggs are good for them. Everything in the Egg McMuffin is what I look for outside of the cheese. So that's where I was earlier today, and I went to McDonald's, and my whole order came to 11 something, and I gave the girl a 20 and just told her to keep it. And what gets me too is she said, sweet girl, and she's pregnant. And she's out there having to work, obviously, to make ends meet. And she's getting my food for me, in this situation. So anyway, I told her just to keep it. I said, and she goes, oh, thank you. She says, we can't do that. I said, oh, yeah. I said, yes, you can. I said, let anyone find out that McDonald's is telling their employees, especially in this situation, that they can't take a tip. I said that will be the end of one of the greatest one of the greatest chains. The beating they would take on social media and with so many other fast food places out there. Yeah, I said no. You trust me. You can take it. You can take a tip. Fuck Ronald if he says you can't take a tip under these circumstances. Jamie, it's funny. Jamie says, haven't heard from the train. Quarantine too? They're definitely not quarantined, Jamie, because I hear them going by. But I'll tell you, I was telling you guys, like last month, I think it was, there has been a slowdown in the trains. I think we finally did it. I think we've made them feel so bad that they've decided to take another route. Because we bought this house in 1995, and this is the slowest I've ever seen it for number of trains over those last few months. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if people just are not using the railways as much as they used to. I don't know if they've just changed routes. That could be too. They do the routes differently. But there's not nearly as many as there had been for 25 years prior. Excuse me. Oh, Milog says, Baldman, just quarantine yourself with any chick from Naruto. They got the Shadow Clone and Transformation Jutsu. Good point. Because with any of them, it's going to turn into a party. Nice. You were 11 in 95, Jamie? I wish. In 95, let's see, I would have been 34. I was already fucking old. My quarantine partner will be Sarah's Victoria, Fong says. Well, wait a second. We might have to fight over that, Fong. Because she is probably number one on my list. Well, if I get her first, whichever one of us she gets, she's going to kill us. So maybe once whoever gets her first, once they're dead, the other guy can have a turn. So that'll work out okay. Ma says, I got a hearty laugh at the grocery store today because the hand sanitizers had all been nabbed. Yeah, all over here. But the soap aisle was fully stocked. Soap kills the virus better than the hand sanitizer, people. I'm with you, Maz. That fact slips by everybody. And the whole concept of this hoarding toilet paper is just beyond stupid. I mean, what? And we've said it a million times. It doesn't give you the shits. It attacks your lungs, not your asshole. Chrome says, you'll finish Bleach sometime around October-ish. By that time, the Burn the Witch Bleach spin-off will be out. We'll sponsor it, basically British version with two witches. Really excited for it. Oh, that's cool. When you did those figures, Chrome, did you figure in? Yeah, you probably did then, right? October? What the hell is this? So 7 months. Yeah, you did. Okay, you did figure that in. I was going to say, because we're going to be skipping the filler, but yeah, you must have figured that in to be October. Eve Burrow says, Tom Hanks has coronavirus. I guess that means that Woody's in quarantine. Exactly. I wonder how Buzz and Bo and everybody are doing. Was Woody banging Bo? I'm pretty sure they're going to be exchanging some, some nodules there if he was banging her. Huh. I didn't even think about that. She better get her ass tested for everything. Omega says she didn't understand at first, but once I explained it to her, she was happy for the help. Well, that's cool. Again, that older people are willing to accept the assistance and everything because they really should. It's not something, it's not something to be played with. You're talking about potential death. And that's why it frustrated me a little with my wife saying it's like, well, we're not ready to self-quarantine yet. Why? Why would you not be ready? That's... Again, I know that, well, I still want my freedom. I want to be able to do this, do that. Well, that's true, but your freedom could cost you your freedom going forward. That's for sure. Zamasu cut in half like a watermelon. That was awesome, Dylan. It was awesome. Sliced him dick up. He does have a Woody for her, Big Green says. Yes, he does, for Bo. Yeah, so, I mean, it's always, well, the only thing is, Buzz has got the helmet, but he's constantly putting the damn thing up. That helmet would come in handy for all of us right now. Buzz Lightyear's Spaceman Spiff suit there. Yeah, it would come in handy as fuck. Just face down, baby. Shield down, not face down. Face down sounded more perverted. Maybe I'll watch face down porn later. Let's see. Peter says, I am actually pretty worried at the moment. My girlfriend, her contract will end soon. My job is on hold. Oh, shit. So maybe in 2 months I have a minus 300 euros each month. I'm hoping things will pick up again in May. I hope so for you, my friend. I hope so. Here in the U.S., I see, which is a good idea. I see they're, well, it looks like a pretty much done deal. They're going to be sending out a stimulus package. So they're saying $1,000 or more to everybody except millionaires, basically, in the country to try and help people bridge the gap, which is the smart way to do it because obviously that meets two purposes. It helps people prevent themselves from going bankrupt, make sure they have money in their pockets to buy food, whatever. But beyond that, it's good for the economy because when they have the money, that's obviously, especially in this situation, what they do with it. They run to the store with it and it just gets recirculated through the economy. So that is, in a situation like this, that is definitely the best idea. Tim says, I was born in 1995. Oh, in Ithaca? Really, Tim? Just down the road. That's cool. Oh, man. Born in 95. I think I still have underwear I bought in 95. Oh, never mind. You guys don't want to know. Nico Robin, John Bernal says, Nico Robin would be my quarantine partner. Just something about French Japanese women that butters my toast. Yeah. Yeah, I said, John, the thing with Nico Robin is, I think between the two, just straight up on looks, I think Nami's a little cuter, but Robin is clearly my One Piece waifu. Like you say, there's just something about her that just, as somebody on here said yesterday, maybe it's that more, she's got more of that maturity about her, but god damn, Nico Robin makes every part of my anatomy smile. Matt says, I would want to be quarantined with Virgo from Fairy Tail. We would be doing punishment the whole time. I'm hoping to get to watch Fairy Tail at some time in the relatively near future. I would think at some point, it has such a following. I mean, Fairy Tail has a huge following. I would think at some point it's going to get voted in. I mean, I could always put it at the $1 level where I dictate the series, but we've got a bunch of them lined up because we have a lot of stuff to catch up on, with DxD and My Hero Academia and everything. But I do want to see that. If for no other reason, with Fairy Tail, I've seen plenty of the fan service from there, and it makes me happy. Sodersa says the person we buy eggs from has even been limiting people because people are hoarding them now. I have a conspiracy theory that people are just preparing for a huge prank on Halloween. It's just, people are just, and obviously not everyone, but it's just disheartening that there are this many assholes out there that are all, me, and fuck you. And that's all it is with the toilet paper or anything else they're hoarding. And the hand sanitizer is another perfect example because like somebody else brought up, and it's the same here, you can't buy hand sanitizer, but you can buy all kinds of soap. So even if you wanted some of that hand sanitizer, grab 2 bottles, then grab a bunch of soap. Because the soap is the preferable way to wash your hands anyway, and the hand sanitizer is supposed to be if you don't have access to soap. But no, it's like, oh, I might need these, so take the whole shelf and fuck everybody else. You guys know I'm a sociopath anyway, but when people were hoarding that stuff, I'm all for seeing little vigilante justice and they get the shit kicked out of them in the parking lot of Walmart. Jamie says, hand soap is also out here in Long Beach. I got the near last bottle. Oh, really, Jamie? We haven't run into that yet here. We can still get soap. we've got bars, but I've been buying the squirt bottles there, the liquid soap. But that we've been able to get. I mean, it's not, when you go, the shelves are much more empty than typical, but so far I've been able to get that. And again, the toilet paper I just looked into earlier, because that was getting serious too. But now we got toilet paper here. My quarantine waifu would be Zamasu, unlimited tea, and he would cure the world. Simon says, that's pretty good, Simon. Yeah, but you know what? He starts, the only thing is he starts fucking with the tea after a while. It starts becoming impure. Our Savior says my quarantine partner would either be Perfect Cell or Urza from Fairy Tail. Oh, as much as Perfect Cell is one of my all-time favorite villains, and I love listening to him talk shit, you gotta go with Urza in that one, I think, pal. Yeah. Oh man, Urza. And I don't even know much about her. I just know what she looks like. And uh, Angel says people are buying up all the baby products, and a lot of them don't even have babies. Yeah, that's more disgusting behavior as well. So again, don't leave any on the shelves for people that actually have a need for what that product is for, because your selfish ass thinks that you can make use of these baby products in substitute of other things that you probably already hoarded as well, you dumb fucks. Milag says, but Bald Man, out of all your waifus, Nami may be the one that wouldn't kill you, and you'd easily get anywhere with you if you sell your house and give her the money. She'd give you one BB touch. Yeah, Nami would definitely be the one most swayed by if you could come up with a few bucks, without a doubt. But see, the thing is, Milag, the whole them killing me thing just kind of adds to the adventure, if you will. Is it kind of like erotic asphyxiation or something? I don't know. It just makes it more exciting. Money in my mind says, that's pretty good. My quarantine partner would be Oars. I'll just camp in his cockpit. Yeah, you ain't gonna catch anything up there. The most likely explanation for the TP thing, Lude says, is someone saw a few people do it and did it just in case too, so it rapidly spread. But that means someone started it, so why the fuck is that a thing? That's what I'm saying, Lude. And you're right, and the fact that you're right makes it even worse. That human beings are so monkey see, monkey do. And Lude is 100% right. You know, a lot of this took off because people saw other people doing it, and rather than thinking it through and coming to the conclusion that, wow, what a dick, why do you have to buy 300 rolls of toilet paper? What does that have to do with this whole thing? Rather than coming to that conclusion, they went, oh, he did it, so I better. Because again, people are so, instead of saying, okay, he did it, so I'm going to buy 2 big packs so my family's set for the month or whatever. He did it, so now I'll buy all that I can too, so nobody else can get it. Excuse me. Igor says here in Brazil there was apparently a doctor who was close to finding a cure and he got infected with the coronavirus. Aren't there quarantine suits for this shit? Let him keep working, for fuck's sake. Yeah. From all the reading I do, and I read up on it a lot, it sounds like there's a lot of promising, all over the world, there's a lot of promising avenues with this coronavirus. Again, Israel thinks that they've got a vaccine in the works. We know just on Monday, people started getting injections with, was that the Recidivin, or how do you pronounce it, that one drug? But they've already started human testing on a lot of the drugs. So there is a lot of promising paths. We've got to get through this initial hit. Excuse me. It's the Sodersa says it's the herd mentality we still have a little bit of. It's like if you see a bunch of people running and screaming, even if it was a prank, you feel a knee-jerk reaction to run. I think that's true, Sodersa. And again, the fact that it's true is also sad that people will give into a knee-jerk reaction rather than looking into it deeper and making an intelligent response. So, like I say, I don't disagree with you guys at all. I think it just all points more and more to how freaking dumb people can be. Death by Alex, lots of promising avenues, but the U.S. doesn't want to take help from other countries. I don't know what makes you believe that. I've heard a lot of discussion within circles within the government in the U.S. talking about how they're excited about the breakthroughs that Israel has made. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what makes you think that the U.S. doesn't. Hey, what? I can't imagine us turning down help from anywhere. If somebody's got a good idea, let's jump on it. Steve says, I have the cure. If someone wants it, send me $10 via PayPal. Arthur says the UBI will snag angry Bernie supporters. Yeah. Oh, the Bernie supporters are pissed off now, Arthur. But it's funny. The Bernie supporters specifically talk about Trump supporters being unhinged, and a lot of them are. And that now that Bernie's taken a beating, they're doing the same things. Now it's all conspiracy theories. The DNC was out to get them. Yes, the DNC doesn't like Bernie, no question. But he was getting beat by 39 points in one of the biggest states in the nation. 39 points. There's nothing. Fuck you, Train. We're talking about him. There's that asshole. There's nothing that the DNC could have done that leverages a 39-point victory. The fact is, the Bernie bros don't like it, but it's still a fact. Bernie was the front runner. I've been saying for some time, when he becomes the front runner, he's going to get all the attention. The people who follow politics on the periphery, don't really get into it, didn't really understand what Bernie represents. Once he became the man and they started learning what his policies would cost and what was involved, they didn't accept it. And the Bernie bros want it to be anything but that. It's always got to be that somebody screwed them. Well, again, did he get screwed in 2016? Yes. Did he get screwed in 2020? No. He got his ass beat in 2020. He has much less support in 2020 than he did in 2016. Brian says, I'll watch all the Lord of the Rings movies plus play the new baseball game on PS4. The movies alone should take up at least 9 of the 14 days. That's what we're trying to set up to do. I still, as I told you guys, I put, and again, when I say this, I always preface it with, I don't want anyone to think I'm complaining, because I love what I do. I'm very fortunate. But what I do takes up a lot of hours of the day. So whenever I can get the extra time, that's what my wife and I do now. We watch a movie. Or yesterday, you guys know we're all Disney nuts. One YouTuber live streamed 5 hours of the last day that Magic Kingdom was open. And so we just watched a lot of that just because we love Disney. So we just watched them walking around and stuff. Jamie says, my question is, where are they getting the $1 trillion they plan to inject into this economic stimulus? Doesn't the USA still have a debt around that amount due to China? I'm very confused. Yeah, they do, Jamie. The thing is that we won't know exactly what the net hit is on that stimulus until we see how much of it gets worked back into the economy, which we all know. I mean, the economy is an ever fluid thing. It's going to be a hit. They're going to have to find the money. There certainly are enough places to find it. I've been saying for years, and this, trust me, guys, this is not right or left, because it goes across administrations. One of the first things I would do is I'd be finding all the money I can that we send billions and billions of dollars over to these nations that fucking hate us. And I'll never understand that. I get it if you're sending over and that money in some way is a preventative towards terrorist groups becoming more powerful in those nations, in those regions, because that could eventually be a threat to us. But that's not the case a lot of the time. And I just don't understand that. Arthur says, I need to see a reaction to Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I've never seen them. Never read the books. Never seen the movies. Not any of them. Let's see. Unlike Yang GBI, this is temporary. Yeah, Arthur, I think people were just clowning about that. But yeah, it's an entirely different thing to try and set up a process where you're going to give people $1,000 a month every month, as opposed to giving them $1,000 here, maybe again in 4 weeks. We'll see how this thing goes, and then you get to try and recover from having provided that money. Let's see. Chrome says Bernie didn't help himself. He shouldn't have bowed to Hillary. If he didn't do that, he may have stood a better chance now. Also, not supporting commie dictators would have helped maybe just a little. That hurt a lot, Chrome. I think you're right. I think the things he said about certain undesirables throughout the world, yeah, I don't think that helped at all. That was similar to Hillary's basket of deplorables. Now, even if you think that, saying that really screwed her. The ultimate bottom line was Hillary lost because she took the Midwestern states for granted. That's why she lost. She's come up with what 2,000-3,000 different excuses as to why she lost, but that's it. But yes, I agree with you, Chrome, on all that, because the fact is, outside of the first 4 primaries, Bernie did substantially poorer this time around than he did in 2016. He just didn't have the same support. Exactly. Thomas the Terminator said he lost all of Florida when he praised Castro. Yeah, you got that many Cubans in a state, and you say the nice glowing things he said about Castro. Yeah, you're pretty much fucked in that state. It's over at that point. Let's see. The cure for a pandemic is genocide, Simon says. Zamasu's 69th commandment, chapter 420 of Zamasu's Bible. 69th commandment of chapter 420. Well played. Chrome says, I'm a little curious. What do you think would happen if Bernie or Biden caught the coronavirus? Hard to say. Chrome, Trump too, to be fair. I mean, they're all men of advanced years. I mean, none of them are over 80, but Bernie and Biden are pushed right up against it. And neither of them, and Bernie too, though, I just thought about that. Bernie's not only 77 or 78, but he just had a heart attack, a fairly significant heart attack. That could be really bad. Yeah. I hadn't even thought much about that, but you're right. Who knows what would happen? Because it's not like, right now, it's not like your money's going to buy your way out of it. It's not like you need money to get the proper care. People don't know what to do. It doesn't matter how much money you got. If your immune system is weakened and you get this, you're in serious shit. Doesn't matter who you are. Excuse me. So events of where Song says, so events of 250 or more people are being asked to postpone. So WWE, AEW, and Ring of Honor are fucked. But Impact Wrestling probably fine. It depends on where you are. Where Songs, we went from 500, it got to 50, and now it's 10. We are officially under advisement that to not have gatherings any bigger than 10. So it all depends on where you are. Where your local government, where whoever mandates such things, what they've put the number at. But where we are is down to 10 now. Maz is gone. What do you mean? Oh, what happened to Maz? Oh, somebody accidentally... I'll take care of it. What happened? Let me look back. I'll fix it. No, he just had a message deleted, right? Oh, okay. He'll be right back then. I was going to say, I thought Wolverine accidentally... Wait, we can't ban anymore. Was it hit him? Is that what we do? Hide people? Because I was going to say, I can undo anything like that. I don't know if I can... do it from here let me see. No, I can't do it from right here. But if he had been effectually banned, I can. It's okay, Wolverine. We'll tell him when he comes back it was just a mistake. If he's, that's 5 minutes. Let me see if he shows up in my list. I just gotta remember where that list is, because I have a list of everybody that's ever been banned from the channel. But see, this new layout, I always forget where shit is now. Hold on. I know it's under community. Let me go back to the classic. See if I can find it. Because I don't even know if Maz will show up in there, though. Because it's only for 300 seconds. Come on. I'll be right back to the chat, guys. Okay, community. Come on, Susan. Does your fucking website work or what? Subscribers, channel, community settings, I think that's under. Let's see. Yeah. So, and the page isn't working. Oh, God, YouTube. He's going to be back long before YouTube's website will work properly. So, because I'm just trying. Yeah, the page, the YouTube page for my community settings is not working. And again, nothing on my end. It's just more YouTube fuckery. Jesus Christ. So, Maz, I tried to get you back, but I can't even look to see if they threw you in the bin here, because I'll try it one last time. Page isn't working. Try clearing your cookies. Yeah, it's my cookies that are doing it, you fucking dimwits. Maz will be right back, though. Jesus. Dragon says Kobe Bryant, the only black dad to leave and take his daughter with him. Oh, oh, that one was awful. Oh, Dragon, that's a, of the really truly awful jokes we've had here. That one might make the Wall of Fame. Wow, jeez. Oh. um, no, Maz will be right back and we'll explain to him it was just an accident. But yeah, that's well, you guys know. I don't have to tell you that. That's things you go around with YouTube all the time. Now, why would that specific page, my community settings, be down? And everything, every time you get every time something doesn't work properly here at YouTube, it's always our fault. It's always the user's fault. Just like when the streams, I the other day when we were streaming yesterday, right? When it started to go down, so I did a speed test and my speed is absolutely fucking flying. The prompt you get still says, well, you're not sending us enough information to keep a quality stream going. Yeah, it's me. It's not you, Susan. That's the shit that kills me. Everything they do, again, YouTube as a company to me is always like a 5-year-old. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. You did it. It wasn't me. It was you. That's the way they handle things. I'm just looking for Maz to be back. I want to make sure everything... he's not black. That man's not... Hold your fire. That man's not black. I... This confirms my theory. Curtis is an AI and he's frozen now, Logan. You guys haven't... No, wait a second. Are you guys telling me that as soon as I started criticizing YouTube that the stream froze here or there? Oh, yeah, that's why she's on the list, Our Savior. He said, Our Savior says, how would you like to be quarantined with Darkness from Konosuba? Oh, Darkness. No, I'm thinking Midnight. Yeah, Darkness from Konosuba. Yes, another quality waifu. The Konosuba girls are just so freaking cute, all of them, though. They're freaking adorable. Yeah, I'm hoping. As a matter of fact, because again, I got to go. I'm going to be out all afternoon picking up stuff for the house. So I wanted to make sure, Maz, if you're still watching, pal, just hit us with a post. Just say anything, anything at all, just so we'll make sure you're still here and okay. Because it was just an accident. Wolverine didn't mean to time you out. Hopefully he doesn't think that that was intentional, that he got bounced. Apparently that's pretty weird, isn't it though, Jamie? That as soon as I start saying something negative about YouTube, the stream freeze. It didn't freeze on my end, but it did for a lot of you guys. Yeah, Angel says, Curtis, that's insulting of 5-year-olds or more like 1-year-olds. I was making marinade for chicken, chill, fat boy. No, Maz, we just wanted to make sure. Oh, did you not even know then? Maz, it might have been perfect timing. Wolverine accidentally timed you out for 300 seconds, and we just wanted to make sure that that's all they did was time you out. You know, that's all that was done, is you were just timed out. Because I tried to go in and look on my list to make sure that you weren't put in the bin of people that have been evicted from the channel, and YouTube wouldn't let me see that page. So we just wanted to make sure you were okay to post. So Maz must have walked away to make us marinate at the same time. Wolverine accidentally bounced him. Milog says, now YouTube's freezing. If YouTube was a woman... If YouTube was a woman, it would have so much sand inside its vagina that if you stick your thumb up its butt, an ovary-shaped castle would fall out. Jesus Christ. Hey, Philip, good to see you, pal. Philip Caudale says, here I sat on my toilet stuck at home. Thank you for freezing my mind, Curtis. By the way, how you doing? I'm doing really good, pal. Good to see you here. Shit. Yeah, Fast Kids had a bad day on the toilet today. His stomach's been a little bit off. I got up this morning. He's never up that early, and he was already up. It's like, uh-oh. But fortunately, that's not a symptom of, of the coronavirus. Last night I heard, but I needed to make the marinade. Oh, okay, Maz. Well, that's all. We just want to make sure you were cool and that you could still post and everything before we could hang it up. Especially, again, since Susan won't let me look at my evicted list, I guess is the best way to say it, because we don't ban anymore. Let's see. Why does living hurt, Crimson Plague? That's kind of a heavy duty. living hurts all of us sometimes, I think, but you just try and get through it to the point where you put a Band-Aid on it and it doesn't hurt so bad. Well, guys, we know Maz is set. I gotta go. I do have to, again, finish my usual afternoon editing, but then I gotta get out. I'm gonna go to one of the local supermarket chains here is called Price Chopper. I gotta hit Price Chopper, hit Walmart, see if I can get all the stuff we need in the house to try and stay put for a few days. Because again, I'm the only one who goes out. But even me going back and forth, I'm not worried about getting it. I'm just worried about bringing it back to my wife or to Brax. So I want to just get stuff put in the house so we can have several days in a row here where we don't have to leave for anything. But thank you guys for the stream. Again, these streams are they are the absolute best. And for those of you who don't know, as I've been saying, these are going to be for the foreseeable future, while so many people are self-quarantined or just out of school, out of work, whatever, and looking for stuff to do with their day. This is going to be the nature of the live streams, is just hanging out and goofing together, because I think it's a really, really good escape from all the seriousness that we have to deal with all the time. So I know it helps me fix up my day every time we do it. And as always, now, also during the quarantine, we have our regular little outro. I had put that where instead of doing it every time, I was doing it some of the time because I didn't want to be too repetitive. But I think it's something very important during these times of strife that we all share this together. So Pamfu, here's sticky stuff for everybody. As always, coronavirus free, pretty much. Pamfu, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you. If the smell is a little off, well, I did eat burritos, but then maybe it's got a little coronavirus in it, not much. Sticky stuff for everybody. Gather it up, take it in, because we'll bang, okay? Flash like Buggy. And most importantly, and please never forget, goosh, 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 goosh.